listen, I don't know how there are not more wrecks on the road. I don't know how there are not more car fatalities in this world than what there is already. I know for me, in 2003, I think car accidents was the leading cause of death for people. I'm pretty sure it was, if I'm not mistaken, in where I'm at. But I'm telling you, I have a misanthropic view of people driving on the road. I have a complete misanthropy for people on the road today. Complete misanthropy for people on the road driving. Where I am from, if I was not paying attention myself and I was not being a good driver myself, I would either be dead, I would have gotten into many wrecks if I wasn't paying attention. Listen, every time I go to work or go to the store to get food, every single time, not when I go to the store, it's just down the street, so it doesn't happen as much. But when I go to work and I drive in the city where I'm from and I'm in the suburbs or whatever, I am telling you, this is not fibbing. This is not lying. This is being dead ass serious. And I am freaking angry. I am pissed off. I am pissed right now. It's at least 2 to 3 times every day I go to work. It's 2 or 3 times to where if I'm not paying attention, these radical, irresponsible, inconsiderate, in a rush people that are not paying attention because they don't care or they're such in a rush to get where they're going, which they're going nowhere. They're not going anywhere. Listen, this is what I mean when you are someone that is a responsible person and you're honest and you're taking a real look at this thing. I really think most rational people will become misanthropes. You will become a misanthrope more than likely. I don't know if you already are, but I'm not a misanthrope towards every little thing because I know that it's not every single human doing this, but it is a majority. It is a majority of people out here. And please, y'all, if you're on my channel, please don't be like this. Please don't be like these other people. Don't be like these other people that don't use their mind, that are inconsiderate, that are just in a rush to get somewhere. I could have just almost died myself in a car wreck. You know how when there's a red light and it's a lane and then there's a left lane and a right lane where if it's backed up, the lines are back far, so you have to turn further back. Well, someone behind me was such in a rush that I was about to turn and turn my turn signal on, and this guy rushes behind me. I mean, just really fast to get into the left-hand lane, and it was a red light. If I was not paying attention and not being considerate and not looking behind me before I do that, because I'm very meticulous and aware when I'm doing the things that I'm doing because of these idiots on the road, these people that should not be driving. They should not be on the road. And listen, if they come out with some kind of, now I'm not really for this like sophisticated technology to where everything's being recorded, but listen, if this could be recorded and these people could get fined, good, fine them. Fine the hell out of them until they learn not to do this bullshit. Because when I went to go turn, as soon as I was about to turn, I looked behind me and this car was coming up flying behind me. Not looking, not being considerate at all. Not at all. And if I would have turned and he would have smacked into me, there was people coming in the other lane. I could have flew into them and I could be dead right now. I might not even be doing this video, and this is just one thing out of many things in my life why I myself have a misanthropic view. This is just one example out of, since I've been working my part-time job, this is literally like the 100th some thing that has took place just in the little area that I'm in the suburbs, the city, and the outskirts. And I just say a majority of people. This is why I can't stand a majority of this world and people, because a majority, they are fools. They are not paying attention. They're inconsiderate. They don't care. They do not care at all. They do not care at all. But see, and the other day, I had some guy in a Mustang doing something stupid too. And he's driving really fast. He's burning out next to me. And he's driving way too fast on like a 25, 35 mile per hour road. And I say to myself, this idiot, okay, what if a little kid runs out in the street and he's not going to be able to stop? So he hits a kid, splatters the child all over his car. There's guts, blood, skull fragments all over the place. Then that's when that idiot will learn. When he freaking splatters a kid all over his brand new Mustang. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm such a cool guy. Look at me. And I know what he was thinking. I wasn't looking at him, but more than likely, this idiot was probably looking at me, and he's another guy, and he's probably looking over at me going, oh yeah, vroom, vroom, I'm going to go faster than this guy. Now, I'm not saying that that's what he was thinking, but it's people like this. Then when things happen like that, oh, I shouldn't have did it. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't mean to do that. Well, really? That's bullshit, because if you would have known better, if you were responsible and you weren't such an idiot asshole not thinking, then that will not happen more than likely. It doesn't mean that things can't happen. But listen, this is why if I'm angry and I get angry, listen, there are things to be angry about, and I'm pissed off about a lot of stuff. And I don't know if you ever watched the channel with some guy named Vic. Vic does, I don't know what it's called, Vic Talks or something. He's some guy with an Italian accent or something, and he's screaming into the camera and he's spitting and he's talking about all these things that people do. Listen, if you're rational and you're using your mind and you're a logical person and you're an honest person and you do not do these dumb things, you are more than likely going to end up being a misanthropic in many different certain ways in your life. It's inevitable. It can't not happen. It can't not happen. And more than likely, when people don't understand that, well, why are you like that? More than likely, they're the idiots involved with doing most of this stuff, because they don't even think about this stuff. They're oblivious, completely, utterly oblivious to certain things. And I'm telling you, I'm surprised. I am so surprised that there are not more car fatalities, especially, I'm going to look online to see what the car fatalities are in my area. I'm going to look because I'm very curious, because there's no way that people have not got killed or maimed or injured in this area that I live in. There is no way. The people here are, I don't know what the blood is, or I don't know what goes on in this area. I have no idea. But it's not like when I go a little further from here. The people are just, it seems like the people are more relaxed. The people are not as tense. They're not looking around at each other, looking all like paranoid or uptight or whatever. I'm telling you, I can sense these things wherever I go. And around this area, it's just different. It's a place that, yes, it's very chill, it's very relaxed, but the people are very uptight and tense kind of, and it is horrible. It's a horrible area for drivers. The people that drive here, half of them should not be on the road. Half of them should not be on the road. I swear to goodness. And it's other little things too. It's not just the things that I see. I'm telling you, it's so many other things. If I sat here and got into every little detail, and I just say to myself, these people. And now I understand why people have become like that, why logical thinkers have become like that, why these philosophers have become misanthropes, most of them. It's almost unavoidable to become misanthropic. And I'm not saying that I hate everybody, because I already said I don't hate people. I hate their stupidity. I hate when they're not using their damn heads. I hate when they're so in a rush to get nowhere and they're inconsiderate and they don't care. They're selfish pricks that don't care about anybody. And let us not be like that. We don't have to be like that while we're on this earth and on this planet, you know? And more than likely, when I go in here and when I drive home, more than likely, I will run into somebody that's either cutting you off or someone that is turning over too soon or in a rush. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. And this is just one thing out of many different things that go on, that have gone on in my life on a continual basis that I see, and I see people doing. And it is the side of humanity that I am disgusted with. I am disgusted with my fellow man with these kinds of things. And it, like I said, it's not every little person, but this is why I do not associate myself with people. Hardly anybody at all. And I don't want to, because I see how the majority of people are. So anyway, I'm going to end it with that. I could get into other things, but I'm not going to overdo it. But I got to go in here and get food once again. I get tired of doing this, getting food all the time. But so anyway, all that I'm saying is, if you're someone that comes on my platform and watches my videos, it's like, think about things, think about things. I'm not telling people to drive yourself crazy over things, but it's just like, I'm here at the store. There's going to be some person that brings their cart out here, and I see this all the time here too. There's carts in the parking lot just sitting there that somebody brought out, put in their car, and just left the cart there. Didn't even have the slightest decency, didn't even have a thought to walk a couple feet to put the cart back, because that's how selfish and self-absorbed and how much they don't care about other people. And it's sickening. It's sickening when you see people do this and they're not even thinking about it. They're not even thinking about it at all. They're just obliviously going through their life, not caring, doing these little things, and then we wonder why people get maimed. We wonder why people get injured. We wonder why we have so many deaths on the road and so many accidents. And more than likely, it's because of these kinds of people. But see, when the wrecks happen, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that someone did something stupid. They don't tell you that it was because someone was driving irrationally. that somebody was not paying attention or being in a rush or not being considerate, they won't tell you those things because they're scared to call it out. And we need to be calling out other people's bullshit more in this world. We need to be calling each other's bullshit out. We need to be confronting things more because this is what nobody does. And then the nice person things come. Let's be nice to everybody. You can't talk to people like that. That's offensive. Do you see the problem in this? Do you see the problem in this nice talk and being nice and being a good person? All of that shit, a good person is a fake person and a nice person is a fake person because we're not really this way when we're being absolutely real with ourselves. So anyway, I had to do that video. It had me pissed off. I mean, I was literally going to get out of the car and walk up to this guy at a red light and say something, but it turned green, so I didn't have time to do it. And I was really going to do it this time. Like, listen. Did you not just see what you did? You know, and it's like, but sometimes I use my mind and I don't do that because you never know the nutball behind the wheel. You never know who is driving the car. You know, I don't know if that person got a gun under their seat or they're having a bad day and they're going to take their bullshit out on me. I never know things like that. So that's why I am considerate myself. And I'm like, this person is going to end up killing someone, or they're going to end up killing themselves, or they're going to end up injuring someone else. And then the rest of their lives they're in jail, or they're, feeling bad for one thing they did, all because they weren't paying attention. All because nobody ever told them and confronted them because everybody's cowards and we won't say anything to each other about these things. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know. Sometimes the human race is just, as a whole, like I said, that's why I said I'm done with the human race as a whole. Individual people that think and that are logical and are responsible, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that are opposite to everything of that. And these people need to be called out. They need to be confronted. They need to be told shit because nobody ever told them anything. That's why they do these things. Or if people did tell them, then they didn't listen to it. They're still oblivious to it. So don't be surprised if you don't even hear from me anymore in these videos because of these people. So anyway, I'll let y'all go. Take care. Later.